Hello guys, welcome back to Outdated Gamer, Bernie here, and today I will discuss this really interesting question. And the question is how I got into the RPG genre. And so I decided to make this video because I have tons of friends here on YouTube, and probably 90% of them are RPG or JRPG fans, so they play a lot of this genre. As for me, it's actually a funny story because I only started playing JRPGs about 4 years ago or so. And this video will be the reason behind it and why I didn't start playing those games earlier. So as a kid, most of the games, and still a little bit nowadays as well, uh, they they aren't translated into my native language. It was a little bit frustrating, some of games I couldn't really understand the text and everything. Uh, but the games that actually, for me at least, they were really unplayable was actually JRPGs because I always felt like these games must have really good stories, but I couldn't really understand what the characters were saying to each other. So for me as a kid, it was kind of frustrating playing JRPGs, so I couldn't really get into those because I couldn't really understand them. But I started playing uh, video games. I kept playing them, and my English skills started to improve as well with my English school classes as well. So one of the very first games that I could say I started to enjoy it, they really required some English skills, was Metal Gear Solid. Uh, I even remember playing this game with the English dictionary right next to me because in case I didn't to know what this word meant or something like that. Yeah, it was a really cool experience, finally able to understand these games because this game felt it was really interesting, and for me at least is my favorite game of all time. Uh, but no, guys, wasn't still enough to get me into RPGs. Even though I started to understand more English, there was something that I always felt about JRPGs. They were meant to be, you know, really specific for a really specific hardcore audience, or I could never beat the game like that. But this was only a psychological feel I had towards the RPG genre. I always felt like they were too hardcore for me, and I always felt really intimidated to play those. But actually, my very first RPG I've beaten was Pokemon Ruby. I played on my Game Boy Advance. Uh, I really loved how simple and approachable the series were. They still are nowadays. They are really friendly. Even newcomers can really enjoy the latest Pokemon games. They are still really easy games to pick it up, even if you are not much into RPGs. Uh, but but still, the game provides a good challenge for those who like to collect all the Pokemons. And play online and things like that. But to be honest, my curiosity about JRPG and RPG genre started when I found this YouTube channel uh, run by this guy named Johnny Millennium, that everyone knows with his channel Epic Console Gamer. He had fantastic content. Uh, it was really positive talking about the games he liked. We didn't really waste any time with hate. It's just like I don't like that game, and that was it. He didn't really wanted to go deep in that thing. So he was always the guy that wanted to show the games that he liked and show the games that we could play and enjoy as well. This There was this particular video, this really strange game called Ease or Ice, I don't know. And I was like, well, let's see what is this game all about. And I got crazy about it. when the music and the cutscenes were fantastic, and this was like 2010, and for the game that this was old like that, still in 2010 impressed me. It has to be something. Yes, this game was something special for me. As an RPG, it was really simplistic, but you know, it was that simplicity that called me and wanted to play. And right away after the video, I went ballistic by the Virtual Console version on the Wii, and I love it. And of course, I beat it myself. Um, then I tried the PSP version, and my brain just explode. I mean, it was beautiful. The game was really fantastic. I mean, they redone all the sprites from the ground and looked fantastic. I can't even describe how good, you know, the PSP version is. I mean, it nails it. The game is fantastic. Yeah, and one thing they were careful about is they rearranged the soundtrack, but you could choose the actual original soundtrack as well, so it was fantastic for old school fans of the game. But the story goes on. I started to play games like Final Fantasy 4 on the PSP because just like the E's had a really fantastic visuals as well. Yeah, I wanted to try out a turn-based game, and Final Fantasy 4 seemed approachable, and it was. And that was, and these two games were the games that made me think I'd like JRPGs. I'm crazy about JRPGs, and I started. And then my JRPG fever grew up a lot with the PSP. I played so many games on the PSP, and I still like. I feel like I have too much stuff to enjoy yet, and I'm really happy about it because I know that nowadays, I mean, RPGs are good, but the old ones are still top notch. They are really good. And even on consoles, which was something that I wasn't used to play JRPGs, I started playing those as well. Games like Tales of Exilia, which was actually recommended by Senkai, which I never heard about Tales of Exilia until Senkai actually taught me, like, you pick it up that game. I was like, okay man, sure. It was like 10 euros, and I got it. It was fantastic. Ni no Kuni, or even Final Fantasy 13. I truly enjoyed, you know, as well playing RPGs on the consoles, even though I think best way to enjoy RPGs are on portables. Yeah, and this was actually my video, guys. I hope you did enjoy it. And I still have a lot of RPGs to experience. I'm really happy for that. I want to know your story, how you start playing RPGs, and you still playing those and things like that. I want to know in your in the comments below. So if you have any particular story, I would like to hear that as well. Or if you want to make a video how you started playing JRPGs or RPGs itself. So and as always, thank you guys for watching my video. See ya.